I'll go ahead and turn the mic on just so it'll.
Are we on now? Yes. All right. So we'll go ahead and enter public hearing, and we will actually skip ahead to item number 4 on the agenda. This is in the matter of dilapidation on the property of Samuel and Adele Collette, 307 North Mays, J.Z. Hogan Edition, Block 2, South 40, North 10, Lot 15. Mr. Collette is trying to get a structural report. Structural report must be done by this hearing review. Is that you? Are you Adele?
Yes.
All right, come on up. Okay, you're good.
After about a 4-hour fight, I convinced him to stay home.
Okay.
He doesn't, after every time he comes up here, when he comes home, I'll say what happened, because I'm usually out of town. I'm self-employed, so I'm out of town a lot,
Sure.
taking care of a dementia mother, and he's worse than she is. He never can remember everything that he's supposed to do. So this past Friday, he let me know that he's supposed to have a structural engineer by today. So I got on the phone and everything. Anyway, I had a guy come out with Cherry Pie Engineering, Sepulpa, somewhere around Sepulpa is
Okay.
where he's out of. His name is Sean. He came out. He has not given me an official report. He did say, we've been texting back and forth and going over it. He did let me know that he wouldn't be able to give me the report that Sam was wanting. I don't know if he told him, look, I need it to say, I don't know what he said. But he did tell me that he cannot pass a report as far as it being livable as of right now. It is, well, if you don't mind, I'll get my phone so I can use the exact wording he used.
What did you say the name of the place was?
Cherry Pie, P.I. Engineering, and his name is Sean.
I did find there is a Cherry P.I. Engineering serving Tulsa, OK, and surrounding areas.
Yes. That's who came out. But that's not the right one. Let me see here. Okay, let me go back to this first one. He says that he could not, would not be giving a proper structural sign-off. The homes are recoverable from a structural standpoint. However, in their current condition, they are not fit to be a residence. Okay, I already knew that. We've been fighting over this for the last 6-7 years. He gave me a whole list. I mean,
Do you mind if
I probably should have printed it off for you, but I wasn't sure how to do that. This is the part right here that I just read you, and then this is oh, there's the view all right there.
Okay.
There's the list of what he says, the stuff that needs to be done. Now Sam kept telling me the other day, Tuesday, that, oh, it just needs sheetrock, it just needs sheetrock, because we had this little autistic boy living there at one point and used the walls for hatchet practice. So he ripped the sheetrock out, and so that's what he thought it was. And I knew better. You know, I've been remodeling houses with my dad since I was young. So, I mean, I know the problems that the house has, and it does have a lot of problems, as you can see there from his little thing that he sent. Like I said, I don't have an official report from him because I was not able to pay him the full amount, but he did let me know what needs to be done on an official means, or however you want to say that. I do have a guy, Jason somebody, and I'd be lying if I told you his last name because I don't remember, from around here in town, and he is interested in buying the house, and he's wanting to totally renovate both of them. I did send him that email that you're reading.
Okay.
All that. I sent him all that yesterday. He's running some numbers and seeing what all, you know, he's he's gonna have to do as far as his side. But he is wanting to totally remodel both properties. I guess sell them, because he can't live in both of them.
Your husband wants to sell them?
Finally, yeah. I've had several people wanting to buy them over the years. I've had people want to buy them to tear them down and put a duplex on them. You know, different things, and he would not sell, and it was always a fight because for some reason he thinks he really has something over there. And so now, you know, it's come down to sell them or tear them down. I mean, because I cannot afford to fix them in a timely manner. I would love to be able to go in and fix them. That was my hope from the very beginning, but once he lost his job in 2016, it's just not feasible.
Well, as I'm reading through here, and I'm going to share this just kind of for the record, it says that there is significant deterioration and mold that requires remediation on a global scale on both properties. The walls will need to be stripped to the studs, all affected studs will need to be replaced. A building inspector will have to sign off on the studs prior to placing drywall. The crawl space is flooded during the inspection. It was noted that the plumbing appears to discharge directly into the crawl space. There is severe settling on both homes. The entire floor should be ripped out. Of both units, new piers should be installed on top of prepared overburden. The stem wall appears to be compromised on both properties. They will need to be leveled and have new sill plates installed on a global scale. If the drainage issues cannot be remediated, a cistern and pump will have to be installed on both properties. Both attics show water damage, are in full failure. New truss elements will have to be installed. Both structures are at risk of collapse.
Right.
So I think where we're at, here's your phone. Thank you for letting me read that. Kenny, what is your opinion based on that?
Stem wall, roof and stuff, I think they need to be decomposed. That's my opinion.
Your opinion?
And I don't know if the water damage he's talking about is from before the new roofs were put on them, or I'm not real sure.
So in previous pictures that we have from here, we see extensive evidence of what looks like mold. I think that's a safe way
On
to say it.
313, the bigger house, it's got that, whatever that thing is added onto the back of it.
We're on the yellow house right now specifically, 307.
Okay, 307, yeah.
So other things that he didn't address that are obvious in these pictures from last summer are the exposed wiring. There's just several code violations in terms of like the water heater setup. And I mean, the frustrating thing for this is that, well, we have pictures back to June, and Cheryl, do you know how long we've been on this one now? It's been several months. Let's see. We go back to September of 22 with notices and findings and communications.
Yes, and I have not been able to be here because from August, 1st of August until the week before Christmas, I'm basically out of town every weekend.
And
I
that's
leave on
fine.
Wednesday morning or Thursday, depending on my show dates.
Here we go back 15th of September, where we talk about the problems that we've got. Structures unfit for human deal. And immediately when we started this, we requested that he get this engineer's report. Hasn't happened. Then we had a floor guy come in, and that was gonna be our resolve, and it wasn't.
Yeah, we got an estimate from a floor
Right,
specialist.
and that was clearly not. And keep in mind that all of the things that we've communicated here have been mailed and received.
Okay, because the only thing that I've been seeing in the mail, which he checks the mail, and the only paper I've actually seen with my own two eyes was the one that came this past month. And
So I
as
can,
far as what we needed to do, it just said the structural engineer, that's how I knew. And he told me he had one coming, and then Friday, I was
Sure.
basically told.
so
that-
let me share this with you, Adele. The idea is that it doesn't get to me because it all of a sudden happened overnight.
Right,
So
right.
So
I
hang on.
quit dealing with them houses in 2017 because of all the crap from renters and everything
Well,
else.
here
and
is,
I gave them to him to take care of them. We see.
Here's notification October 21st of 22. We have one from September. We have, here is the 20th day of October. Then we go a little bit further, and these are all addressed to 1049 Spring Creek Road, Locust Grove. Is that your?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Like I said, I very seldom ever get I got to check the mail today.
Well,
I'm the chamber president over there, and I operate 3 of my own businesses, plus I take care of my grandkids. And so I'm at home to
So-
sleep.
17th of November, and I know we have 15th of December, we have last month, the 19th of January, so that's October, September. I'm sorry, September, October, November, December, January, that we have requested these reports.
Yes.
And I'm not saying you, but he's on there, he's responsible, it's homeownership, and he has not done what we've asked.
Right.
I
Yeah, 'cause
extended
he keeps
some.
fighting with me that this will work, and he's one of them that he's a professor without a PhD, if that makes any sense.
I understand. But unfortunately, that professor with a PhD, as you call it.
Right.
Was clearly instructed what was needed. We didn't get it. Clearly instructed what was needed, didn't need it. We extended grace. And at this point, we still don't have what we need, but we have a text from
Sean, his
Sean.
name is Sean.
But a
if that
text is
comes-
also not verifiable that Sean, you see, what I'm-
Right,
isn't.
right.
And so I have to keep on my word, and I have to do what I'm responsible to do, and that's take care of the health, the safety, and the welfare of the community. That doesn't just mean homes that are ugly. That means the homes beside it that have property values have to keep their property values. They have to do these things, and so if you're putting all the eggs in the basket to the one who's checking the mail, I'd probably change it, because I'm gonna have to recommend this for dilapidation and demolition. And so what we're gonna do, Mr. Ricci, I think we're good to go to a 30-60.
Yes.
So in regards to 307 North Maze, I'm just gonna say, you'll have 30 days to start, and within 60 days, that house needs to be removed from the property. He has every right to do a written appeal to the council on behalf of that. But, you know, I can only extend so much.
Right,
Right?
right.
And, you know, a lot of good has come from the homes that we've done this with, for the property owners, for other people.
It ain't for this property owner, let me tell you.
Well,
Because I need to sell them, but I understand.
well,
So, yeah.
if it's cleared in
And they
6.
should have been sold 3 years ago when a guy wanted to buy them and tear them down and put duplexes up. But
So that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna order that. We're gonna definitely order them to be dilapidated. They're not fit for living. And if Sean really is what we hope that he is, I mean, it's kind of blindly accepting that text came from
Right.
the man at Cherry Pie. Just kind of a fun name for a business, but the idea is,
yeah, that's what I thought when I first seen it.
so that's what we're gonna do, and like I said, Cheryl will give all of the communication that you need. It'll go to that address, so you might wanna check the mail.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
But
can't
in
beat
there,
the mailbox.
it'll instruct that the 30 days to start, and within 60 it's not. So what happens at the 60 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we pass it to council. Council makes the approval to send it for bids, and if that point it's not done, then sure, go.
Can I get an email to email it to her?
Yes, that would be wonderful. I have it right here. My email's actually jumped just.
It's on that form. I will
Yes.
email you the
Yes.
same letter that I'm going to be mailing.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you.
Exactly. I was questioning whether I was on the right path. I was like,
Yeah.
but no, so.
My mom was diagnosed with dementia like in November, and I'm like, oh crap, he's worse than she is.
So, are we clear on that one?
Yes.
30 to start, 60 to finish. At 60, it goes to council for
Okay,
bids.
so what, because it's basically gonna be me and my son. And, whatever nephews I can gather up to help me when they are not.
And
Out of town with their
her
kids?
information will also include the need for the
It's a demolition permit that you have to get to do it.
Okay.
permits and things that need to be in
I gotta pay
place.
for this too?
So
Okay.
just know that failing to get permits won't change anything at that 60 days. If it's still there in any way, shape, or form, it's going to the council for the city to clean up, and then you have,
So basically, I have 60 days to have both these houses tore down and cleared out.
yeah, that's kind of what happens when you have 6 months, 5 months to get me a piece of paper and I don't get it. We have
All
to,
right.
we have to go forward. So,
Any of y'all around courthouse, you gonna see me in divorce court pretty soon.
well, you work that out with him. We're gonna move on to number 5.
You'll have to handle the other house, so.
Oh, so it's gonna be the same thing, so.
All right,
You want
Cheryl, are
to
we
just cut
good
to
on
the
everything
chase
for
and
that
just
one?
say the last sentence? We're
Well,
good
I'm
here.
gonna read it, so we are clear here. So, in the matter of dilapidation on the property of Samuel and Adele Colette, 313 North Mays, J.Z. Hogan Edition, Block 2, South 20, Lot 11, North 30, Lot 14. Mr. Colette is trying to get a structural report. Structural report may be done, or must be done, by this hearing review. So, obviously, we don't have that. So again, given the situations that we have, and we can only assume that report because he does say both homes are not fit for habitation. They're clearly not fit for much, and the damage is extensive. 30-60, 30 to start, 60 to remove.
So
Same thing.
I understand clearly. It all starts right now. I have 60 days to have both of them done.
Yes, 30 days to start, 60 days to finish.
Here, I might as well give you the other.
Okay, so what is the law on fires? Can you not burn them? I
Well,
mean-
that would be considered arson.
No, I don't mean like, let's go, I mean. I
You
don't
will
mean
need
that
one for
way,
both, sorry.
But, I mean, once you get it, basically get the structure.
She can't do a fire structure burn, no.
If no, brush or
If-
something like that,
okay.
just a small area.
So if we like tear it down, it's in a big pile?
You have to get like a dumpster.
You have to
for
remove it.
Fire waste and recycle.
Okay,
It'll be just a minute, we're still in a meeting.
okay.
It's okay, you can join us, these are fun. I mean, they're
We're in an
informative.
abatement dilapidated hearing.
So, yes, and if you have any questions, please reach out to Cheryl. Again, full communication will come. Cheryl, do you send those separately in separate envelopes?
Well, no, I send
No, they're in,
those
this
in the
last
same
one was in the
envelope.
same envelope.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just watch for that, and she's gonna email you, but let's get
And
that.
I'll,
And
I'll,
how much are these permits?
$75 each.
Okay.
So, do you have any questions?
Nope.
All right, dear, thank you.
If you want to introduce yourself, this is the couple you'll be.
Okay, if you guys would come up here. And let's give her the microphone. If you'll come to this side so you can be heard on the thing, and that's, okay. All right, so item number 1, in the matter of dilapidation, on the, do you want to translate as I read, and I'll pause, period?
Okay.
Okay, so,
Número uno es que porque van a tumbar,
do we have a copy? She can read it?
van a tumbar algo.
Right up there.
Here,
It's up there, she can read it.
there's a copy right there, if you'll just read that top paragraph.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Read the whole,
Just that, yeah, just number 3, right there, and I'll read it out loud when you're done.
sí. En la situación de que van a remodelar la propiedad de Javier Puga Chávez y Hernández, ¿verdad? Que está en el 707 en el South de Adair, la calle, y el número 15 de ahí, y 16. Que está en para de Pryor. Es como una edición, a mí van a hacer algo.
Tenemos una propiedad.
Queremos extenderle un poco. Es
Oh.
una casa pequeña, vieja, y queremos arreglarla y extenderla.
Ok,
Pero no lo hemos hecho por la situación de que tenemos una casa en venta, una
Ujú.
nueva construcción aquí,
Ujú.
y ahora las ventas están un poco despacio. Entonces esperemos vender esa para poder construirlo. Necesitamos un poco más de tiempo.
Okay, so just for the record, I'll read it here. In the matter of dilapidation on the property of Javier Puga Chavez, and help me with that one.
Livia,
Olivia.
Olivia.
Okay, I like that name. That's a beautiful name. Okay. Hernandez, 707 South 8 Air, lots numbered 15 and 16 and block numbered 6 of the South Pryor District of Pryor Creek, Mays County, State of Oklahoma, according to the official survey and plat thereof, filed for record in the office of the county clerk of said county and state. Homeowner and contractor must appear. Permit needs to be purchased and remodel continue. Review. Do we all understand?
Sí, que tienen que tener permiso, que es lo que dice aquí abajo, para seguir remodelando. Continue, para seguir remodelando. ¿Eso ustedes tienen el permiso?
no, porque todavía no lo hemos comenzado la casa.
Okay.
Okay. And did you receive the letter dated 19th of January?
¿Recibieron una carta el 19 de enero? Sí. Dice yes.
All right. And in there, we were
Y allí
requesting that we get permits,
estaban requiriendo que agarraron unos permisos.
and Cheryl, you said we do not have that yet.
Eso todavía no lo sacan.
No.
¿Lo podemos sacar hoy?
No lo hemos hecho por la razón de que queremos un poco más de tiempo
Y-
para poder invertir. Vamos a ocupar posiblemente $50,000 si queremos vender primero la casa que tenemos para poder invertir aquí. Porque si vamos a un banco, ahora usted sabe que están los préstamos están muy altos. Entonces queremos un poco más de tiempo para ver si con ese dinero podemos invertir.
They needed more time to get the money to go get the permits, and they have a house for sale that they haven't sold yet. And with that money, they're gonna get whatever they need to start remodeling the other one.
Porque no queremos.
So is it the house on Wood Street that's you're trying to sell, that he built on Wood Street? That's the
Yeah.
one you're trying to
Esa
sell?
es la que están
So
tratando de
Ben
vender.
built a house on Wood Street that he has for sale. That must be the house they're referring to.
Yes,
That
that's
house is
the one.
complete.
It has been, I don't think we've done finals on it yet. We
Todavía
haven't
no
finished
hacen
out
todos
the
los
finals
finales
on
de la
it,
venta.
but they have it listed.
No.
Okay.
No.
So how long will it take you to finish that
Más o,
property?
más o menos cuánto piensan ustedes que van a tardar para que agarren ese dinero?
Posiblemente 2 meses más.
2 more months.
Okay. Trent, do you feel like this property is in a position it could wait for that? Or do we?
I've got it's boarded and secured right now. It's been like this for years. I don't know that, how long did he say?
About 2 months.
Months.
It's 2 months. I mean, it's been like that for probably 7, 8 years.
So,
Yes.
yeah,
And he has something.
I was also gonna say, this is the one that nobody ever got a structural report for, so.
this is
Very bad
this,
shape with
It's
the
in-
structural engineer report requested before we bought it.
this is the one we closed in October
Yeah,
for the
went
sale,
from
Is this
Ragsdale's.
Ragsdale's.
¿Cuándo agarraron esa casa?
Yes,
And then he turned and
Van a reparar.
sold it to them immediately
yes.
without, yes.
That's what I saw was in pretty bad shape, so.
So,
It's in bad
How-
shape. The flooring is rotted out on the backside.
We had given them 6
Heat in
months
there.
with Ragsdale. Where are we on that timeline?
We'd have
You're
to
talking
look.
to her, to me.
so we're gonna see how much time we've allotted for this right now. So if you'll share that with them.
Están ahorita arreglando a ver cuánto tiempo les van a dar.
Sold for December 22nd, 2022. That's when we closed. October.
Yeah, I closed it in October of 2022, when he had bought it and said he'd,
I copied you with those letters. Like the
I'm
Ragsdale.
sorry.
No,
I'm
it's
always where things are in the folder.
let's
And
see.
you go right to it.
Well, I may not, but those are.
we're clearly still within that 6-month period.
I don't know, I can't remember
Okay.
when it was.
That's okay, we'll give them a few more months.
Okay. It,
We can bring it back in May.
the joint tenancy to Ragsdale was November of '22, if that helps you.
So then we reopened it in December, and that was the first, so.
It went in, when I printed it, it was into their name, was November of 2022.
Cheryl, I sent a letter to them, and I said, you have to sign off on this.
I don't know if I got it into,
Schaefer signed it, I said. you
into
wanna-
this
You sent
folder.
it to them? You sent it, did you get the letter from,
Schaefer signed it, and then I said, that's not good enough, I need the owner to sign it.
did
Yeah,
you sign the
I just
letter
don't know
from the
if it went
attorney?
in this folder.
Can you ask them that?
When?
If they got it.
Sí la recibieron una carta, ¿verdad? En noviembre, en enero.
It'd have been November or December,
En noviembre,
November or December.
en noviembre. Recibieron una carta. It says that by the 15th de este mes,
Here's where we were sending it to Joshua
it
Hirsch.
was about some windows.
No.
No, those were the letters we were sending. I know what the one he's talking about was one from him.
But we never got one with them signing.
I don't believe that's the letter that we're looking for.
You did sign it? That
¿Y la
letter?
firmaron? ¿Y la mandaron?
Sí firmé una, pero no recuerdo qué era lo que... yo recuerdo que firmé una que era para clausurar las
Sí, a las
ventanas.
ventanas.
Ajá.
She remembers about one to seal the windows.
Y creo que para comenzar a la
Yeah.
remodelación,
No,
no recuerdo si en este mes, o en
there's
marzo.
the real
To
estate.
start the remodeling, like
Yeah.
in the beginning of January.
But we don't need any permits, right? Okay, but,
February or
No recuerdo el
March.
mes.
so we don't have any permits purchased yet, so we can't do anything there.
Right.
So, um,
If it's in here, it's buried. I have the contract. That's between Tyler and
okay,
Joshua
that's our,
Hirsch.
we'll
Yeah.
move on here.
He's still
Okay.
got some time.
Yeah. So based on the agreement for the 6 months to do the project, you've still got some time.
Todavía tienen tiempo, porque les habían dado 6 meses. So todavía tienen tiempo para que terminen su remodelación.
I would encourage you to get the permits purchased as soon as possible. And if you're leaving that to Mr. Schaefer, I would follow up on it regularly.
Que traten de sacar los permisos lo más pronto que puedan. Y si están esperando al señor Schaefer, es su abogado, o no sé. Que le recuerden bien ustedes para que les ayude a arreglar los permisos.
Sí, cuando construimos la primera casa, la nueva, sacamos todos los permisos, tenemos todos los permisos. No hemos sacado de esta porque como no hemos contado con el dinero para... Sí. Si yo voy a un banco ahora es muy alto.
What they don't want is to go to a bank and get the money because the interests are so high. So they've been waiting on this other house to be sold so they can
That's
get the
fine.
money. But they said that the other house that they sold, that they had before this, they had everything ready to go, the permits and everything, so
Okay.
they will get the permits as soon as,
So what we'll do then is review monthly. You're not in next month, right?
Right, so it'll move to
To May.
May.
And May might,
May should be the end of the 6 months.
I'm just thinking about other situations if they were to change. So without bringing that up in front of the whole thing, we might have to just, because we don't want any conflicts on that side, so keep up the work for now.
sigan con el trabajo.
Keep in touch with Cheryl
Y
and
necesitan estar en conexión con ella, hablar con ella.
make sure that you have permits
Y asegúrense que agarren sus permisos
before we do any work.
antes de que empiecen a terminar.
And then as we move forward, we'll review monthly just to see where you're at.
Ya que empiecen a trabajar bien, entonces cada mes van a mandarles a avisar a ustedes si tienen que venir a reportar.
And then we can set a goal to maybe just a general goal to be looking at wrapping this up by the middle to end of summer.
So van a tratar de ver si para el final.
Do you want me to put it on
del
May
verano
18th,
pueda que
just to
ver si
give
ya
us a
está
date?
terminado todo.
And if all else fails, we'll send them a letter.
Okay.
So, is that fair?
¿Piensa que está bien así? ¿Alguna
Ok.
pregunta tengan ustedes para él?
No.
Ay, es que me,
Esperemos que se venda pronto para poder invertir lo que sigue, ¿no?
yeah. They're really waiting for that other house to sell so they can invest on this other one.
The idea is that we want to see progress. So if we get the house sold,
Progreso. Y claro, si se vende la que tienen, pues claro, van a reparar la otra.
So if we-
Estamos en la mejor disposición de hacer todo correcto, ¿no?
Yeah, they want to do everything perfect, I mean.
I respect that. Gracias.
Yes.
The idea is that if we see progress and permits are purchased and the house is sold and we're moving forward, we'll continue to work with it.
Yes, ellos quieren trabajar con ustedes. Si miran que se vendió la casa y ustedes están progresando, arreglando todo lo demás, agarran sus permisos, entonces ellos van a seguir trabajando con ustedes bien.
And we're good? All right, thank you, dear.
Thank you.
All right, any questions?
¿Ya no tienen alguna otra pregunta?
May the 18th. Did they understand they needed to be back May the 18th?
Of what month?
May.
Mayo 18, que van a regresar aquí. ¿Qué quieren que? You
And
wanna
I'll have
come
that
with them?
date in the letter
And-
too.
My word of advice is, don't wait on Mr. Schaefer. Get it done. Make sure that it's done. Don't depend on third party.
Si no esperen mucho en el señor Schaefer, mejor ustedes apunten en su calendario, el 18 de marzo tienen que estar aquí. ¿Ustedes quieren que yo venga?
Ah,
¿O quieren alguien?
sí es posible, sí.
Okay, porque Joel es mi hijo. I'm asking them if it's for them to write it on their calendar that it's May the 18th,
Okay.
and if they need me, I can be here. I think my son comes here and there, I don't know, my son Joel Garcia. But he had surgery, so he couldn't make it, so he called me. And
Sí lo
yo me
conozco,
vine.
sí sé
Sí
que
lo
está,
conoce,
bueno, está
okay.
mal.
So anytime, I mean, I'm available.
Well, thank you, Mom. We appreciate that. We do.
Nosotros entendemos un poco, solo que queremos estar seguros al 100% de lo que tenemos.
Anything? Are you good with that?
Tienen que venir.
Are you good with that?
At 5, I'm sorry.
We'll,
Yes, at 5.
we'll review on the 18th. The idea is we keep it moving.
Les voy a preguntar si-
Progress is progress, but,
Safety's number one, but skip.
and it's boarded. Permits purchased, the house sells, they're starting on it. It's what pattern we followed, so. That,
I noticed they did pour the driveway on the house, so I know there's progress. I just don't know how much it needs to finish. Do you know how much it needs to finish the house?
¿Piensas más o menos cuánto más se necesita para terminar la casa?
La que estoy haciendo,
Ujú.
posiblemente
The one on Wood?
3 semanas más. No hemos podido emparejar lo que es el para el zacate y la fensa porque ha llovido mucho y está muy
He had rained so much that they can finish the fence, you know, so it's. Just about 3 weeks.
okay,
Yeah, okay, that sounds
That's
about right,
fast.
yeah.
all right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Do we have everything that we need? Are you good there? That was grateful to have that service of hers. All right, if we're there, then we'll go ahead and exit public hearing and adjourn.